Hey guys, it's the Insane Machine Cody Hawkins, and you're watching WGS-TV.
It is now time to talk about the Friday Night Smackdown go-home show leading into the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view for this weekend. Hello everybody, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Don't Leave Billy Boudreaux, and welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. And as you guys gals already figured out by now, this is the Friday Night Smackdown review for the week of October 24th, 2014, the go-home show leading into the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. And what a way to lead off Friday Night Smackdown. What an amazing promo out of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose basically saying, he was going to call out Seth Rollins. We weren't going to wait until Hell in the Cell. And Seth Rollins said, you know what? I don't listen to you. You listen to me. And later on in the evening, I'm going to call you out. And that's kind of how they started off the show. But I gotta see, whenever you get these two on the mic, it's really, really golden. Opening matchup on Friday Night Smackdown this week, it was The Miz and Damien Mizdow taking on Los Matadores. I love the finish of this match. I really do. I really thought it was unique. Miz and Mizdow, Miz was in the ring. He puts on the figure 4 leg lock on either Diego or Fernando. It's really difficult to, when they're masked on, to tell those two guys apart. It really is. So I'm just going to call it one Matador and the other Matador. Miz locked on a figure 4 leg lock on one of them, while Mizdow on the floor takes the other one in a copycat move, since he's the stunt double, and puts the figure 4 leg lock on the other one, and they both tap out. I got to say, unique finish, and I'm really, really liking what they're doing right now with Mizdow. I really do. Up next, we had Alicia Fox with Paige out there taking on AJ Lee. They try to do a repeat of what happened on Monday Night Raw, but it ends up going awry, and Alicia gets rolled up by AJ after their little miscue and picks up victory. And it kind of left my head scratching. It's got one of those moments that makes you wonder, makes you scratch your head as to, on Monday Night Raw, they gave her the victory on there, only to have her lose on SmackDown. What was the point? When it really should be more focused on Paige and AJ Lee, since she has the Divas Championship match coming up at Hell in a Cell. What was the point? I really didn't see one. You want to talk about people who've been able to deliver a very riveting promo? They did one with Big Show to kind of respond to what happened on Monday Night Raw with the Serviceman, and Big Show delivered a lot of good emotion, a lot of good intensity in the promo to build up for their matchup in Hell in a Cell. Big Show showing that he has that ability in a promo to suck you into the storyline and really make you feel the emotion of it, and he really did a wonderful job of that. I can't say that enough. I mean, a lot of people don't credit Big Show enough for his ability to talk during promos, but he really did a wonderful job on this promo. It makes you really look forward to what they're doing with those two at Hell in a Cell. Now, based on Cesaro's victory in a non-title match on Monday Night Raw, one would figure, well, they're going to set up an Intercontinental title match at Hell in a Cell. Would make sense, wouldn't it? But what they do is they have an Intercontinental title match on SmackDown. With a pay-per-view leading up, I was asking the question on Facebook during Friday Night Smackdown, why is the United States title being defended on the pay-per-view and not the Intercontinental Championship? But we would get an answer about that a little bit later, as Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to tell you guys right now, hands down, best match of the night. It's Ziggler and Cesaro. I mean, they really, really captivated the SmackDown audience. It was a really great match. And Ziggler ends up hitting the Zig Zag on Cesaro. But some of the spots in this matchup were just unbelievable, the way they pulled some of that stuff out. It really was just. I'll give you an example of one of the spots. If you guys didn't watch SmackDown this week, it was Cesaro holding Ziggler kind of in a standing reverse choke, like you would see, basically almost a setup for the Rampage maneuver by Paige, and Cesaro snaps off a suplex out of that position. That's really something. That's really something, a testament to what these guys can do. You want to talk about a letdown after that one, which was definitely going to be worst match of the night. It's Brie Bella, Natalya, and Naomi taking on Nikki Bella, Cameron, and Summer Rae. And they give Nikki Bella the finish on this one with the Bella Rack, or the backbreaker, on Brie, and they had her cut somewhat of a snore fest of a promo to hype up their matchup. And honestly, right now, without Daniel Bryan being there at her side, there's not really a lot of attention and not really a lot of focus on the whole Bella situation, to be rather honest. A lot of people just flat out not hearing about what's going on with Brie and Nikki, to be honest. But so that's definitely worst match of the night. But the main event, not the main event, the Usos and Mark Henry taking on Bo Dallas and Golden Stardust. Again, why is WWE... Now, I can understand them wanting to build up Bo Dallas. I can really understand that to a point. But why did Mark Henry have to be the one to get the rundown? You know, why are they running him down and putting Bo Dallas up? You know, now I can understand the fact of the matter is, you know, it's Mark Henry. He's putting over younger talent, which I know a lot of people out there are saying, well, Cena doesn't do that. Hello, what did he do for Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family earlier this year? Point. But anyway, it's Bo Dallas hitting the running bulldog on Mark Henry, and once again pinning Mark Henry, and once again picking up the victory for he and his team. So where do they go next with this one? It really boggles my mind, because, you know, they had Mark Henry, you know, off of a feud with Rusev to Bo Dallas, and they're having him just constantly lose and lose. So it kind of makes me wonder where they're going with this storyline between Mark Henry and Bo Dallas. Again, it's just food for thought. Really food for thought. Main event segment, the final segment of SmackDown, to be honest, it's Seth Rollins with his own little version of, having, Ambrose had like visual aids on Monday Night Raw to cut his promo for Hell in a Cell, and Seth Rollins kind of returned the favor. He had his own little set of visual aids. He had two tables out there with various objects, and that he said he was planning to use on Dean Ambrose coming Hell in a Cell, and he actually called out Dean Ambrose while he had his security. That's Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble out there, and Ambrose just came out from behind and pretty much obliterated the security, put them both through tables via an elbow drop off the top, and Rollins just kind of left reeling there. And that's kind of much how they finished up Friday Night SmackDown this week. With Hell in a Cell coming up, it's really going to be really interesting to see where they go and what happens at the pay-per-view. And I do have a predictions video coming up, guys, and I do have it planned. So hopefully I can get all of these videos up before Hell in a Cell tomorrow night on pay-per-view. So that being said, you guys already heard my picks for best match of the night. That's Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro for the Intercontinental Championship, which, bear in mind, as I just now remembered to make mention of it, that during a backstage promo, they set up another match for the Intercontinental Championship as Cesaro challenged Ziggler for a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, keep in mind, we saw a lot of great stuff out of these guys on Friday Night SmackDown. Just imagine what they're going to do in 2 out of 3 falls. That's really going to be something to see, and really makes the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view a lot more interesting to watch. So, Again, I'm going to go to Ziggler and Cesaro as my best match of the night. Worst match of the night, definitely, you already heard me say it. Brie Bella, Natalya, Naomi, Nikki Bella, Cameron, and Summer Rae. Just a complete waste of time and just almost a complete lack of interest, to be honest, on what they're doing with the storyline with Nikki and Brie Bella. So Friday Night Smackdown is going to get a 3.25 out of 5. What I want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Friday Night Smackdown this week? Definitely want to know what you guys have to say. You should put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to follow me on the Facebook page, facebook.com/WGS-TV. And don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double B Bully Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.